Tony D. Shit. Wanna need cornbread.
Welcome to the Sex, Travel, Sports, Food Podcast with your host, Cousin Cornbread on ANDS Radio. That's ain't no damn station radio. We're delivering this straight to your earphones, your car speakers, and sound bars on that Wi-Fi, hotspots, Ethernet, T1 lines, shared data plans, or however you get on the internet. And we about to go ahead and get this commentary in and solve life's problems. Y'all ready? Set, go. Yeah, cornbread. Hey, welcome back, folks. This is your favorite cousin Cornbread on Sex, Travel, Sports, Food Podcast. I appreciate everybody coming back to check this out, man. And I told y'all on the last episode we'd be discussing vegans on this episode. But I lied because I had my man Brande and I had his brother Brian Jackson, who's the author of Mind of a Man, come through, crash the podcast episode, and we discussed a bunch of relationship communication issues, love language issues, and all this stuff from a male perspective. Brian Jackson was doing this joint, dropping jewels for y'all. The ladies gonna learn something. They gonna love it. The guys, we gonna learn something from it. So I think y'all really gonna appreciate this, Joe. Check this out. It's all unscripted. I just started recording. I'm gonna fade y'all in, and y'all really gonna enjoy this, man. Check this, Joe, out.
Bruce, when they got to the new movies, because I think they changed his pops to David.
What was we were talking about the other day? Did we say we were gonna come over here and talk about gold digging kind of chicks or whatever, or chicks like that kind of like, you know, the shorty was talking about how she can pay for her own nails and do all these things. Why would she need a man to do these things? And you kind of supported that, and then you know I kind of threw out the other argument, pretty much like, you know, why wouldn't some of these women come with that whole concept of wanting something? Like, you know, I'm coming through, and your whole position was if she doing her own thing, she should be able to pay for her own thing. Right?
Yeah,
that's your position.
Because if you got like if you out here and trying to make money and living your life, why are you asking me to do something that you can't afford yourself? That's my whole position on it. Like, you living off of fish sticks but you want lobster. Like, come on, that's silly to me, in my opinion.
And I don't think it's silly. Here's why I'm saying that. I don't think it's silly because naturally, women want to be protected. One. And two, they're not going to get with you if it's not going to be progressive. So if I'm eating fish sticks, why I want to get with you and continue to eat fish sticks? Why I want to eat, like, I have aspirations to not eat fish sticks my damn self. Why the hell would I get with you and not only eat fish sticks continuously, but might even get worse because you don't even want better than fish sticks? So my whole theory behind that is what we advertise. So your position was, you know, why get with me? I'm doing well, and you get with me, and now you want me to put you on or do better, and you weren't even doing that. Like, that's your expectation. And I kind of agree with her. Like, if you're advertising, okay.
Oh, what do you mean? Who's advertising?
Men, that's what we do. We advertise. Okay. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
We are advertisers and hunters.
Right.
Our issue is we don't know what to do with it after we catch the shit. Like we can catch all day long, right? But what do we do after we catch it, right? We don't. A lot of us don't have examples of that, right? You know, we don't have people showing us, okay, after you put in this work, after you run these streets, after you do this is how you maintain a good relationship.
Okay.
So we don't have that education, but we know how to catch all damn day, right? But what are we advertising? Let's look at social media. Your Facebooks, you know, all of that, right? Facebook, Snapchat, all of that. Everybody got stacks. Everybody got bands. Everybody on great vacations. Everybody showing off their physique, right? So if my timeline is full of, you know, as a woman, full of niggas showing the hell off,
right?
What would you expect her to show up and ask for? A great mind? Nigga, you've not said anything intelligent on your entire timeline. It's money, clothes, and hoes. Everything you know. And when I show up, you mad because I want you to pay my cell phone bill? Nigga, you just flushed down the toilet 2 stacks.
I agree with that.
So
I always thought it was...
if you go to McDonald's and everybody know what they advertising, any size drink for $1, 2 for this, 2 for that, 4 for this, 4 box, all of that, and you show up and you walk up to the counter, you ask for one of that with their advertising, and the person on the other side of the counter look at you like you crazy for asking, like, damn, is everybody gonna come in here and ask for the 2 for 4? Well, nigga, that's what you advertising.
That's true, but
I agree.
At the same time, I'm not in that position. Like I never advertise that type of thing. So if you come talk to me and we have this conversation, I'm telling you what I'm working with, I tell you what's going on in my life, and I'm trying to let you in, and you still asking for more than I'm actually telling you that I'm able to do.
All right, well, let's say this then, because you're a person that always speaks on experience. So you always, if a woman's experience is consistently that kind of guy, the guy that wants to spend the money, like we will do anything to not show you who we really are, right? So we spend the money. We take you places. We do all of these great things. We open your mind, all these things. But at the end of the day, 6 months down the line, she look at you saying, nigga, I still don't know who you are. We done been places. We done things. We done do it all. You've shown me this lifestyle to spend time with me. See, we compensate with money and all those kind of things to spend time with her, but we really don't get to know her. Right? So if her history says that this is what niggas are going to do to get to know me, they're going to spend money, they're going to do this, you're going to do that. So after a while, she's going to say, why not up the quality in that experience? That's all she's saying. Why do I got to keep going to the Applebee's? Why? These niggas starting to know me at Applebee's because I'm always in here on a date with the Applebee's niggas. Right? I want to know what photo that y'all look like.
Hey, shout out to Applebee's.
Right?
What's that lemonade they got? That green joint. That joint good as shit.
All I'm saying is if we were on the other end and we were consistently being women running up on us for whatever reason, like let's just say we're physically attractive, whatever, we in shape, and we constantly being run up on from that, and we're getting things because of that, eventually you're gonna want a better sponsor. Is what it is. If you look at it like a business, if another sponsor can take you to another level that one's not, what are you gonna do? You're gonna upgrade. You're not gonna just keep getting sponsored by the same people and not going nowhere.
So, okay, with the sponsor situation, I totally get the sponsor situation, but you're not really getting, like, and I saw somebody this the other day. Guys will talk to you and you want this and this and that out of a situation, and it's all monetary. Niggas do that all day. But he don't know you. He don't know who. And you said it. He don't know you. You don't know him. All you've been doing is throwing money at the situation. Because I know she wants to go out. She wants to be wine and dine. And he wants to fuck.
But hold on. Do y'all think that, so in that scenario, I come across it where the chick be like, you know, you do all the wine and dining, you do all this shit. And they are used to that. Everybody doing the same, going through the same motions to try to get their attention.
Because we've been all taught by the same pimps.
Right. So you doing whatever it is because everybody's trained. Yo, if you want to impress a woman, you got to trick on her, basically, right? No way around it. Like all this shit talking about, oh yeah, I want a nice guy who's in tune with my emotions and all that shit. We all know that ain't gonna get you in the door, right? And
depending on what your agenda is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think anybody's agenda though will be eventually. I mean, if you literally just trying to fuck, that's one thing. I think most dudes, depending on the situation, like unless you just meeting joints and you really only have that singular mindset. But if you try to get a girl, you want to get to know her, but you still got a trick on her. Period.
At least a little bit. That's true. You got to. There's no way around that.
But one thing,
I don't agree.
Hold on, but one thing I noticed, this is what this chick told me one time years ago. She was like, you know, I went out, we went out, took her out, all this shit. And she was like, so she went ghost. And I was like, young, what's up with you? Like, where you been at? Like, I thought we had like a good little connection. Like, we was going out, we doing all this shit. And she's like, man, all them dudes do the same thing, but you don't call me enough. You don't text back fast.
Ooh.
Da, da, da. So I was like, wait, so what? You talking about because I did the same motions. I planned dates. We went to the comedy show. We do all this shit. And seemingly that was good, right? Because I'm taking you out on dates. I'm planning this shit.
For this one.
Right? But she ain't give a fuck about none of that shit. She was like, yo, you wearing me out with these, you always got me out the house. I come across that a bunch of times. You always got me out the house.
I'm getting the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I'm always in the house.
And I'm about to educate both of y'all on this one.
Nah, so then you go like this. So you be like, hold on, wait. Am I not supposed to do that shit? Or you just not appreciating that shit?
Wrong question.
So the thing is, so the thing is, you got to figure out with this chick, where she at, you got to figure out where she at. and you got to figure out what you're trying to do. Because if y'all don't talk
I'm
about
gonna tell
it,
you what you got to figure out.
if y'all don't talk about it together,
Hold on.
you're gonna always miss the mark.
That's because that was another thing. When it comes to that, I'm getting the ones where I'm always hanging with the guys, and they always want to chill. Like, no, I get you, but in the life that I am right now, I'm trying to figure things out. I'm trying to do things, make moves in my life. And I mean, I moved to California from DC,
Right.
And I'm trying to get my life together,
Right.
At the same time as dating someone, and I want to, get to know somebody and learn somebody, and they grow with me. So I don't always have time to be hanging with you or hitting your phone. Like, you hit my phone, I'm busy. I will
busy.
get you back when I'm fucking free.
Here's the question y'all not asking.
All right, what's the
It
question?
ain't about none of that other stuff y'all talking about. Are you taking the time to figure out what her love language is? That's what it is,
Oh,
dog.
man, don't bring that love
Let me
language
tell you,
shit in here.
hold on. I'm gonna be
Don't
real
bring
with
that
you.
love language shit
I'm
in
bringing
here.
it in here. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't even rephrase it so it don't sound so goddamn soft. How about this? All right, you got to figure out what's her true stimulation.
That's true.
All right, so this is what the real pimps. If you want to get down to the nitty gritty of it, if I know
about to
you
give
a
us the pimp game.
homebody, right? And your love language or your stimulation is my communication every time we on the phone. Like, you are in tune with what I'm talking about. You loving how I respond to you. We can go back and forth. And she's telling you all of a sudden you don't text me enough or you don't call me. She's saying I am stimulated by when we talk, and you're not giving me enough of that. I could give two craps about when we go out to eat. I go out to eat with you because I want to talk, not just because I want to be around you and eat. If you don't understand what stimulates her or why she's even talking, like, you got to ask her, what am I doing? Because real talk, if you look at yourself sometimes and you look at what you pull, and you can see what she has the capability of pulling, and you may still even be below what the top quality of what she can pull, nigga, you need to ask why you're there, because you want to do more of why you're there, because that is your end. Right? She's telling you you don't communicate with me enough. All of us, we all do the same thing. We'll take them out. We have a great time. We get creative on how we take them out. We get creative on where we go. We doing all these lavish things, and we ain't talking. And the only thing she wants you to do is talk to her. You could have saved yourself some money and cooked dinner and chilled on the couch and talked your behind off, and she would have had more stimulation out of that than at Applebee's or Ruth Chris.
that Fogo
All
the
I'm
Child.
saying to you is what she's complaining about. And I hate that, if you figure out the different types of ways that women can be
You can say
stimulated.
complaining. Don't be scared to say complaining.
Huh?
He don't want to get in trouble. He's like, I ain't saying complaining.
Well, I'm just saying, if you listen to her way of explaining to you what her needs are. Right,
Yeah, you gotta
you
open
have
your
to
ears
not
the
just say
communication.
I'm doing all it. Stop looking at what you're doing and say, okay, hold up. She's saying I ain't around enough. Okay, so her thing is time. Okay, you ain't responding back. Okay, her thing is communication. Okay, or every time I tell you about something, you got something that she needs to be pat on the back.
Right,
Okay,
right.
Once you figure out what that is, you can be an asshole in damn near 9 of the categories, but the one she needs, you giving her
Right.
the ultimate. Like,
That's
okay,
why-
you
see,
ain't never around, but when you are around, boy, you can communicate.
But see, that's the thing. That's why a lot of chicks will end up with the quote unquote wrong dude, because the dudes, whoever can figure that out, you can definitely take advantage of that shit. So if I know all I gotta
that
do,
gorgeous girl with that midget ugly dude.
Oh yeah.
Guess
or-
what?
or-
He communicating.
he communicate and he does. What happens is motherfuckers that need a lot of time, like a lot of chicks who need a lot of time, they mess with the old dude that ain't got shit going on with his life, because like you said, I'm busy. I be like, yo, I'm busy too. Like I got a whole schedule. So I always chicks be like, oh, when we gonna see each other? I be like, man, I dead ass be like, hey, I gotta check my phone.
I gotta check my schedule.
I
but
gotta
it's
check my
like,
calendar. But they get mad about that shit. Like, you not supposed to be busy, or like you supposed to take priority. They supposed to take priority over
everything.
your
Not
whole
just
life.
Everything.
And I'm like,
It's
Sean,
what-
it ain't
what-
that serious.
It's not that serious.
What you got to do is, though, I'm trying not to double book some shit or tell you I'm gonna do some shit Thursday,
then-
but I know I gotta go
canceling
do this
you,
other
right.
thing Thursday, right? But they don't give a fuck about that at all. They be like, nah,
That, and
motherfucker.
I also think like that there's a I'm gonna keep pushing this. There's a level of insecurity with women off of magazines and what we look at on Instagram and all this other shit
Right.
that they're looking for something that they need to fix. In my opinion, they need to look in themselves. Like they're not being complimented enough, or they're not getting certain things out of a situation.
All love languages you speaking, bro.
I'm with you. But it's also something
Words
like
of affirmation.
men. The word like men don't need that shit.
Bull.
Some of them.
Some of them do. Hold on.
all have a love language.
I'm with you, but in some situations, men are like if a man's ugly, we figure it out. Oh damn, this I got a big nose, I got big ears, I got this, I got that.
Right.
Fuck it, I'm gonna figure it out. If a bitch is ugly, I'm gonna wear makeup, I'm gonna get the lashes, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, and it's like, yo, you still look the same under all that shit. Why are you so hell bent on changing
Why are you masking it, right?
Why are you so hell bent on changing your appearance to fit some shit that don't fucking matter? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So
Right.
I feel like I've been working with and talking to people that have an insecurity that within themselves that forces me to change who I fucking am, to fucking walk on eggshells to make you feel okay. Like, bitch, why I gotta do all that?
No. What's happening is the insecurities come from no one actually taking the time to invest into their love language or their issue. So if her situation is time, she's trying to figure out why internally she can't get you to give her the time. What is her negatives that make you not want to spend the time with her? So it's not that she's tripping about all these other. Is it because I don't look well enough for him to spend that kind of time with me? That's what she's doing. What am I not doing to get out of him to sacrifice what I need? So for you complaining like, damn, so what you need to find is women who don't require time, because that's going to be a detriment every time.
Every single
as soon
time.
as you figure out her love language is time, we're going to have a problem.
You might as well get
You
out.
might as well. You're going to go down the same road. If it's communication, okay, how much and how long do you need this communication? If it's every day, if it's every morning, if it's all that, and I can't do that, we're going to have a problem, right? But if her love language is, look, when I talk to you, I talk to you. When I see you, I see you. It is what it is. But when I do talk to you, I like pats on the back, right? I like a good job, right? So when you talking to her, yo, I saw you on Instagram the other day working out. Yo, you really getting it in, shorty. Boom! She in love all over again. Her panties just got wet because you gave her a pat on the back. I ain't seen you in 2 weeks, right? I ain't seen you. You know, we ain't had no stimulating conversation, but as soon as I heard from you, and you started telling me, yo, them pictures you were sending me, yo, I could really see you changing. Yo, you are patting her on the back. That's her thing. To be real with you, B, you're a pat on the back kind of guy.
I am.
You are. You don't give a
is. He
shit if a
definitely
bitch is
is.
around every day. You don't give a shit if she come and go. You don't need none of that. But when she talking to you, you do not need to be beat up. You don't want to hear that shit. You
Right.
better pat me on the motherfucking back. You better tell me, yes, you out here working and you grinding, and I see you working hard. Why don't we go do something because you're working so hard? Nigga, your dick gonna be hard for 2 weeks off of that because that shit does something for you. That's your love language.
Right.
All I'm saying to you is the things women mask themselves with are because they're trying to figure out what I gotta do to get him to give me what I want. So when she complaining about time and conversation and a quick text like you said over there, it's all because
I'm a terrible texter.
it's all because
Actually a great text.
they have not figured out what to do with you to get what they need. They see your schedule. When you come out the gate, like you said, out the gate, you tell them your schedule. And they going, damn, my love language is time. This nigga ain't got it.
They be like, where you gonna fit me in and all that?
But the thing is, they see quality in you, right? So they don't want to just throw you away and not invest a little bit just to see. But then when they get to a certain point, they realize this nigga really does not have the time and ain't gonna come up off
Like he
it.
dead
Now
ass
she
on
coming
mamas.
like, okay, and I've tried every trick in the book I got. I don't know what else to do, but now sit here and mope or disappear. This nigga's not gonna stop his grind at all.
Ain't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. And when I do talk to him, it's like a quick little "what up?" Like he checking a fucking box to talk to me.
Hey,
And look,
young,
he
this dude
literally
dope.
going, "Oh,
Yo, he sounds
shit, I ain't hit her up in like 4 days. I better say something.
I did.
That's what we doing.
He sounds exactly like chicks I've dated. When they go, they dead ass told me that check the box shit. They be like, oh, I'm just on your itinerary. You be like, hey, yo, sit your ass down, Sean.
It's so much. It's so much.
And it's almost like you get to a point where you're like, okay, I slowed down. I'm sitting down. Okay, I'm off on Sunday. Cool, I could chill. Now you trying to make up in the next 4 hours of your rest and time frame. Now you trying to say, let me say everything I gotta say, because I know this grind start again in the morning. She like, nigga, 4 hours of conversating with me on Sunday, getting me hyped like we finna start talking, and then your ass disappear again come noon on Monday. Nigga, that you after a while of that, a woman's realizing my love language is not getting met here. It's not gonna. And as soon as you start seeing her change and starting to kind of come at you, you just need to say, I obviously haven't figured out what your love language is, or I'm definitely not at the level that you need me to be on your love language. That's all it is,
And
dog.
then the thing is, you gotta, like, this is my thing. Once you realize that shit, you don't even get in it. Like, I can realize that after
done that too.
2-3 dates, I can already know. I'll be like, oh damn. And you can even go by.
If you're a listener.
Yeah, and you can even go by how y'all plan the dates.
Yeah.
When y'all
I
plan the
plan
dates, and you can see if there's gonna be some kind of friction. Like me and you seem like we got the time situation right. If I know when I'm planning these dates that these joints will either fight me through the planning phase or like have some kind of shit going on with how I plan it, I'll be like, let me note that. Let me put that on my notes.
There's a lot of notes that I be writing down.
You be like, let me note that, because if this shit come back up 2-3 times over just some shit how I operate, like you got to go with anybody that just gets how you operate.
That's true. I think I've run into several that understand how I operate and compliments that. But I've also run into, like, even my first date, I'm trying my best to be upfront about what's going on with me, so right. You know what you're dealing with before we even go the second, third, fourth date. Right. Like, this is how I am. This is what I do. This is what I do all day. This is my grind. I'm going to be on it. And if I'm not talking to you, it's not because I don't want to talk to you. It's because I'm on a mission right now.
Right. But
here's the issue with that. It's timing of when you do that. Because if you do all of that on the first date, most of the time women are just thinking you just trying to sound busy.
Yeah, they definitely don't. They don't appreciate that. Like, they be like, oh, nah, motherfucker, you just trying to set this up for later.
They will go, oh, that's so nice that you're doing so much, man. They doing that bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But real talk, inside they're thinking, if I fall for this guy, right? And every man and woman has confidence in themselves. If I fall for this guy, he'll spend the time I need. I'm a time person. That's what she's doing.
They definitely
so where
think
the
they can change
frustration
you.
comes in, right?
Yeah.
Where the frustration comes in is like, bitch, I told you on date one, I'm busy as a mother. She thinking, yeah, I heard that shit, but it's me. Like,
she like, yeah, but you ain't had this unicorn person.
You didn't have me in your life, so now I'm here. Why can't you put this down just for a little? She's doing that anyway. So I'm saying all this to say there's no right and wrong. What I'm saying to you is it's going to be a constant reiteration from you of, hey, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's not that I'm not whatever. I don't care how you say it, how many times you smooth it over. If her love language is time or her love language is conversation and you're not going to be able to do it, it's going to be a fucking problem. It is.
All right, so hold on.
Period. There's no way around it. Go ahead.
All right, so look. So we got that, right? So one thing I talked about before, right, is that we got that. Women need their love languages met. Men too? And men too. Everybody needs to do whatever their love language is met. And so you get through all this shit. Oh, she needs time. She needs this. She needs that. She needs words of affirmation. She needs whatever the fuck it is, whatever the shit is, right? Now, the real question is,
what's the answer?
Does all this apply to niggas with big dicks?
Okay. So
that overrides.
Here's where it overrides.
Okay.
It overrides for a period of time. It also It also overrides based on where she's at. Okay. If that's what she desires, like let's say, I'm a firm believer of where you've been dictates how you reacting to where you're going. Mm-hmm. So if I had a horrible boss before, right, and he's the worst, and I'll go to a job where everybody thinks my current boss is the worst, but he ain't nowhere bad as the one I had before. He don't bother me, right? Now if she coming from bad dick, right, you're going for a longer period of time going to get away with good dick. It is what it is. Now, if she never had good dick, nigga, you probably got her blown forever. Like, you're just going to be able to manipulate this bitch no matter what your time is.
Right.
But if she is one of those girls who will stop talking to a nigga because he do got bad dick and keep moving because she get good, you having good dick is only going to be a good thing for a period of time. And she's still going to get back to the
expiration period.
Her expiration period, her window, so to speak, is just going to be different with you. If you got good dick, but she's used to good dick, that's just, she don't roll with niggas that don't got good dick. That's just her thing. Because there are women out there who roll with bad dick because they're loyal and committed. And then when they get with some dude who's just a fuckboy but got good dick, they just get run through the mud because she got good dick.
Right.
But my answer to that is if you got good dick, you extend your window of how much long she's going to tolerate your bullshit.
But either way, it comes back.
Either way, the limit is coming. It's just going to be, okay, well, fuck it. You may have a way of getting around her complaining by laying down some good dick and she shuts the fuck up.
Right.
But at the end of the day, guess when she wake up in the morning, she means wake up saying, damn, that was some good dick. But this nigga's gone again. The emotion of him not talking to me is here. The bullshit is here. He gone again. Like he on the road again. And then the next thing here's the next thing is, that's a gift and a curse because now it's like, okay, you don't have time for me. Who else you giving this good dick to? So in other words, it's good that you're giving her good dick because it extends your window, but it's also bad because now you've added another element to why she thinks you're spending time somewhere else.
It's like,
I know you ain't got time for me because you run around giving everybody this good dick.
I know
right?
the other bitches will take that.
So now I'm not even special with the good dick.
They'll deal with
all you really did was add another element to the problem.
Some accept that he's out there fucking other bitches because that's not my nigga. But most females on some, who you talking to? Why? Girl, we just met 2 weeks ago. Why are you acting like that? Hold up.
You supposedly they want you to tell them up front, but you gotta lie.
No. There's no correct way to tell a woman the truth because you come off as an asshole, misogynist. Any of these fucking keywords that they want to throw at you when there's some shit that they don't like, when there's some shit that they don't agree with. Yeah. You all this, you all that. No, that's not what the fuck it is. It's just the fucking truth. I'm sorry.
I agree. So if you meet, like sometimes
there's a way around it.
Yeah, back in the day, I would be like, I took a little oath. I was like, yo, all right, going forward, because I used to try to like guard people's feelings and shit. I was like, yo,
try that was me growing up.
Yeah, you try to guard feelings, or you assume that they not gonna be cool with the shit, right? So you be like, man, they asking that shit, but if I really tell them I'm out here dating 5 joints, they not gonna be like, all right, bet.
But they missed the whole point of dating. I'm dating. No, that means it's you.
Wait. But just like how he said, right? They be like, just like we just talked about with the good dick, they gonna be like, all right, well, if you dating me, Keisha, the Keisha of all Keishas, the best Keisha ever created, there ain't no reason for you to have
original Keisha, right? That bitch, right.
Ain't no reason for you to have no other bitches. So you go on one date, y'all hit it off. Next date, you ain't supposed to be talking no more bitches.
Like you supposed to have gone home and said, "Look, bitches, I got the original Keisha. All you bitches,
all y'all
is gone." Now listen,
all y'all bitches done.
What's really good with that is, and what y'all are saying is, and I'm gonna be real with you because I had this situation with my brother sitting right here. I have learned the technique, and I'm working on a book here.
Oh shit! Let's hear it.
With a friend of mine, and I've learned the best technique to be able to say what the fuck you need to say. All right, and in my book, I call it Naked and Afraid. Okay.
Oh, ain't that?
It's just a part of your relationship. You have to have a safe zone. Mm-hmm. You have to have a place where you can say, look, I'm about to say some shit that I want to be held accountable for. I don't want thrown back in my face later. Matter of fact, I don't even want you to ask no questions right now. I just want you to listen. Okay? Because a lot of what a lot of us have moments where we want to say something. And the only time it comes out is when we being fired at and questions and all this other kind of stuff. And we being beat up, and now we're throwing all this out. And that's the first time she's hearing it. Like, well, why you ain't say that shit before? Right. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. Well, it's been a problem. I just ain't said nothing to your ass.
Right.
Now you need a naked and afraid moment. You need a moment where you can sit down and say, "Listen, safe zone. I need to be able to say something to you. I need to be able to not be judged by how I come at you. This is just a raw way of how I'm feeling it right now. I need to be able to do that." And you might need to set that up when you're dating her to be able to say, "Look, this is my challenge right now. I've always had challenges with balancing multiple situations. Mm-hmm. Real talk, am I really feeling you on this level? Yes. Have I been talking to other folks? Yes. But I need to know exactly where that stands, because if I have to shut down all this other shit just to communicate with you, I need to know that. Because I don't want to, lying ain't did nothing but got a whole bunch of other people hurt, right? I mean, it's not, and all I'm going to do is continue the cycle. So I'm trying to find a starting point where I can tell somebody straight up the truth. If you present it like that, now what happens is when you walk into a room and you got something to say, you ain't got to try to be all, you can say, listen, naked and afraid. And she got to sit down and go, okay, now I need to clear my mind and listen to what, and receive what's being said.
That's
Okay?
a good. That
I
sounds
gotta
like a
shut
good
the
tactic,
hell up.
actually.
I gotta shut up because
about
he's
to
now
use that
put
shit
me.
tomorrow.
He done put me in a place where I can't judge what he's
Right.
got something internally that I would find out the hard way
Right.
through his actions or some
Right.
other way. I need to be able to shut up and listen because I'm getting ready to hear something I can learn from. Either learn from or I need to adjust to or be real with. Now, I might even be hurt by what's being said, but it's going to give me the opportunity to walk away and know. Most of the time, women just want to know. Right?
That's exactly what it is. People
And-
don't realize that. You can tell them some crazy shit or some weird. You can tell them anything, as long as they found it out from you directly.
That is the biggest thing I've learned is
Directly.
when women find out some shit that you said, did, or whatever in the past, whatever from another source. That's what
Especially
pisses them off.
if it's
also
a
get in
chick.
trouble for what is being said too. Like even though
But
it's
but why get in trouble for twofold versus one? Right? Why not just get in trouble for the shit?
What you about to say,
versus-
Brandon?
because you get in trouble for what's being said, no matter what it is. Even
Right.
you get in less trouble, but you still like, bitch, I gotta fix this situation with you. I told you what was going on.
Right.
I was upfront, honest. This shit happened this way. I told you as soon as I could tell you. I'm still in trouble, but bitch, what's the point of telling you?
And which is, and this is a note to women. This is why men lie. This is why we lie. If I'm gonna get in the same trouble
Right.
telling the, and I'm saying this to women so they can adjust.
Right.
If I'm gonna get punished the same way for telling the truth as I do telling a lie, why in the hell would I deal with that now? It's not that I'm not gonna do it. It's not that I don't feel some kind of way about what I did. It's not that I don't have any remorse. It's not that I'm not sorry. It's just I don't want that spanking today. Right? Why
I'm trying to
get
control-
my ass whooped today
I'm controlling
when
the
I can deal
timeline.
with that 6 months from now when you find the fuck out? And if you never find out,
I win.
I didn't get no ass whooping. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but I didn't get my ass whooped.
Yeah.
But here's another piece to what I was saying before. Not only do you need a naked and afraid place, but if women and men understand these two things, communication is fear. It's fearful, right? So a woman fears the result. A man fears the conversation. Meaning, when a woman comes into a room and says, we need to talk, just saying that scares the shit out of us because we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk about we are not prepared for whatever you've been festering the fuck on for whatever.
have no idea
We
what's
have,
about to happen.
we're blindsided.
What's that word?
So,
That's the-
so,
what's the phrase
so,
again?
so what?
I need to talk. Nah, don't fucking text me that shit. Let's talk about it now. Nigga.
It's
I don't
because
wanna- I don't
we're
wanna-
I don't want
afraid.
it.
We're afraid of the conversation itself because we're ill prepared. We know that we're going to be hung to every word that's said, right? We know that this shit is now memories for you to be thrown back at us. We fear the conversation.
Hey, yeah, and I want a lawyer. I need my lawyer
Right,
present.
right. Hold. And let me whisper in some nigga ear. So what if I say this? Well, how if I say it? This is what it is, but I need to know how to say it so that I'm not held bound to this shit later on. So we fear the conversation. Women don't fear the conversation. They want to talk about things. They talk about things all the time with their girlfriends and everything. They fear the result. They don't want you to walk out over some shit like this, or a fight happen over this shit, or we ain't talking. Like they
or
don't.
mess up a
they-
good time.
so we don't think like that because we know the conversation. I ain't going nowhere. Like no matter how mad we get, I ain't really tripping. I ain't going nowhere. We ain't mad about the result of the conversation. We can fix the result. We're result-oriented kind of guys. Right. The result ain't that serious. We can figure that part out. We fear how we gonna get there. The conversation is the problem. With her, this part is just what women do. They talk all the time. What it ends up being, where this goes, I'm afraid of that. So if you think about it, somebody's in fear the entire conversation. Demands in conversation, fear during the conversation, which is why you get him rolling his eyes, looking off left and right, folding his arms, or getting loud, doing shit to distract you, talking about shit, doing shit that ain't got nothing to do with the conversation. Because all of this right now is pressure. It's scary, bitch. I wasn't prepared. You done been sitting in the room for 2 weeks ready for this conversation. You know my answers before I got here. This ain't fair. She's fearing all this pressure that I'm putting on him. Where is this gonna end up? So if you don't have a naked and afraid place and you constantly communicate in fear, results are always going to be fucked up. Because I skewed the conversation because I was afraid while I was in the middle. She's skewing the conversation because she knows where the end result may end up. So, and she's been prepared and she's afraid of that. So we're both speaking in fear the entire time. She's speaking in fear where we're going to end. I'm speaking in fear for where we're at now. How can you get good results if both people are speaking up from an afraid place?
Boy, that boy just had a sermon on this Sunday. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, that's good. That's good. That's a good way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? I think people do, especially with me. I mean, I guess we can speak in generalizations with dudes. We be like, yo, what the fuck do you want to talk about? Because like whole time we be having real simple ass thoughts about the relationship. I've been blindsided by chicks. They be like, oh yeah, like, you know, this whole time I can't stand your motherfucking Twitter page. And you be like,
wait.
First of all, whole time we done been together, I done had a Twitter page, right? Like,
I met you before the Twitter.
I met you
after I had my Twitter page and said all the shit I said.
we be tweeting each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I
met you on Twitter.
all right. One day, I give you a quick story, right? One day, I get this text from my ex-girlfriend. She was like, you know I follow you on Twitter, right? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Of course I know you follow me on Twitter. We retweeting each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no, who cares? Yeah.
Right.
I have no idea where this is going. So I'm like, yeah, you know.
Those are those setup questions.
Yeah.
That fuck you up. Like,
Yeah, I said, yeah.
your ass.
You know they're fucked up, right? You know they're fucked up.
I said, you know, so long story short, she ends up saying, you know, I ended up had tweeted some shit back then. It was called, remember they used to do like, it was like, I guess they still do it. I'm off of Twitter right now, but they do like, there was like an active hashtag and everybody just be jumping on that shit.
Right.
So it was a jump called, gifts for side chicks. Right?
That's some funny shit. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it was like gifts for side chicks or like it was like birthday gifts for side chicks.
February 13th gift.
Yeah. And so I was like, you know, I was talking shit. I was just like, oh, when we start giving birthday gifts to side bitches, like that's the number one. And you don't do that. You don't give, you know what I'm saying? I like Pimp 101. You don't give no gifts to the
You
side.
don't set those kind of expectations.
Exactly.
That's evidence, nigga.
Right. I just said some shit like I said that shit. So apparently she had took it somehow.
They always come up with their own explanation.
She applied it to her own life. Even though her birthday was maybe like 2 weeks before this tweet. I gave her all kinds of gifts and shit, which was against my rules anyway, because one of my ex-girlfriends broke my heart. Fucked up some jewelry I bought. I was like, never fucking again. Like, I hold grudges because I'm
Vengeful, nigga.
I'm a vengeful motherfucker. I'm a vengeful hold grudges motherfucker. So after that, every girl had to pay for that one chick that fucked up.
Yeah, that's how.
She fucked up that Tiffany's bracelet. I was like, fuck all y'all. Ain't nobody getting shit.
You motherfuckers is getting jewelry from Kohl's now, but
Ain't getting shit.
So I was thinking about that was the
Wait,
same.
I want to hear the story. Go ahead.
Yeah, so she was like, oh yeah, you know, so she pulled up on me. I said, yeah, I know. You know, she's like, well, fuck you. I don't need any gifts from you. I don't need you for shit. Wow. And I was like, what? Because I was like, I said, so anyway, we going through this. I don't know. So, damn, I fucked it up. Anyway, I didn't know that she was talking about that hashtag at first. So she was like, I don't need no gifts from you, motherfucker. I don't need you for shit. Like, I make my own money. I don't need you taken care of, blah, blah. And your shit's at your door. I go up to my front door, the front door, and a bag of all my clothes, my toothbrush, all my shit is in this bag. And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck happened? The jewelry, or like her birthday present I bought her, I bought like a little cocktail ring or whatever. She used to wear all these big elaborate fucking rings and shit. So I bought her them joint for her birthday, literally like 2 weeks before. All that shit's in the bag at the door.
When was the tweet versus when you was talking to her?
The tweet was like
years.
No. The tweet was like a week before this.
Oh, okay.
Right, but I had no clue. Right, no clue she was. I had to think nothing of it. So anyway, long story. So I try to make it short as possible. But she put all my shit at the front door. Wow. Said, I'm not fucking with you no more. I don't need you. I'm like, what are you talking about? And that's when she told me it was about that tweet, about that hashtag. But I was like, wait. But I said side bitches don't get birthday gifts. But what the fuck they got to do with all the birthday gifts you got in this trash bag in the front of my house? And till this day, I have no fucking clue what that meant.
There's no, so when it comes to saying things, when it comes to women, even if you post something, if you say something, post something, whatever the situation may be, when it comes to saying something, there's usually no way for a female that you're dealing with to take what you've said and be objective about it and not put their life into the fucking post.
Exactly.
I've gotten into many arguments, many times. Actually, me and my best friend had a falling out over some ex that I was talking to.
Yeah.
I was posting stuff about being insecure about having a female friend, a male friend, or whatever situation may be when you're dealing with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Most females don't want you to have no other female friends when you're in a relationship with them or talking to them or whatever the situation is.
Mm-hmm.
So after we fell off, after we broke up, I posted, and then the post was, is it okay for a female to ask a male to ask a female to break off any male friends that she has?
Mm-hmm.
I say no. There's no reason that he has any right to tell her who she's able to talk to, even if they met before. If they met before, that's friendship. That's just what it is. As long as
Right.
there's no flirting, no side conversation, nothing crazy going on in the conversation, it should be okay. And the same token, a female she can't do that to a male. The situation was my girlfriend and my best friend, they didn't see eye to eye for whatever reason. She just didn't like that I had a female friend, and she wanted to know, and she was like digging at my best friend, trying to figure out what's going on, the situation, what's going on between you two, with me and her. And it's like, that's my best friend. Yes, we met on some situational third date type of third wheel type of situation,
Right.
but that was short-lived, very short-lived, and we've been friends for 3 to 4 years.
Right.
Why is she an issue? I get where you're coming from, but she shouldn't be an issue, and I will bring you into the situation. I'll let you talk to her, have a conversation with her. But this was all, I only had that conversation after my girlfriend had already reached out to my best friend on some underhanded. I'm a DM her in the face, hit her on DM and face on Instagram.
And hold on, but what was she trying to gather from? What was
She was just trying to figure out what the relationship was.
But she ain't. Did she ever ask you directly?
No, not until afterwards. And she
After
knew
she already had the information from the ex.
There was no. So it's my girlfriend and my best friend.
I'm sorry, the best friend. My fault.
So she wasn't, because she was never my ex. We never had a real situation.
Right.
But she was just trying to figure out, what's the? Yeah, they're always talking. What could they be possibly talking about? I need to know. I don't want to be on the inside of this on the inside jokes and all that shit. But you can't be on the inside of a best friend situation, because I can let you in as much as possible, but there's still a relationship between me and her that we have that you don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
And I can bring you as much as possible, but you just can't understand some of the stuff that we talk about.
But chicks are just catty. They just
catty.
don't like other chicks. They be like, I know them bitches. You be like, yo, ain't my fault you don't trust other bitches. Like, hey, it's not. I like. This is like, my best friend is a woman, right? So I'm like, yo, like, that's Nina. Like that. Like, I don't care what y'all say. Like, that's Nina. Like, I treat her like my sister. Like, we basically call each other sister and brother.
Right.
And for over the years, people literally, they don't believe us. They don't buy it. They be like, why? Like, she cute, you cute. Like, why y'all ain't fucking? Like, what the fuck? Y'all like got a good. We like, but that's not the nature of our relationship. Right. I got a whole bunch of fine ass friends. I don't fuck them all. Right. Ain't because like, oh, I tried to fuck him and I failed.
Right.
Because a lot of people think that they be like, oh, nah, this was just some bitch you tried to fuck and she put you in your friend zone.
That's the other part of the movie. Now you just waiting on space and opportunity, nigga.
And you be like, nah.
That's all you waiting on now, nigga, some space and opportunity.
You be like, nah, sorry, like, this is my homie.
No,
This my, like, it's dead ass my homie. Like, I seen the pussy before. I seen titties before. Like, she cute, but you don't have to fuck everybody you see. But chicks really believe that dudes can't like, not fuck.
Anytime you got something going on, but here's the thing. There is no substitute, and we throw this word around so bullshit like, and everybody just thinks age has something to do with maturity. Maturity is on so many different levels, though.
Yeah.
If you can be mature in areas, right? You can be mature in finances, or you can be mature in, what you eat and how you handle your health, and be relationship like immature, right? Or be mature in how you deal with your significant other in terms of certain things, but there's certain subjects within there that you just get real immature about. Most women can be very mature when it comes to how they handle themselves and carry themselves with you, and how they, see what their mom did with their dad and how they want to treat you. But as soon as it comes to an area that's hard for them, they can think immaturely. They can say, okay, one of my big rules for me when I decide I'm gonna be with somebody is, if I can't trust that you are the same person without me, that you are with me, then I'm gonna have a problem. Because I'm gonna be the one causing the fucking problem because I don't know who you are when you are not with me. I have to trust that the same person you introduced me to and that you are with me, even though you may roll and shake a little different with your friends because they're your friends. Right. But I gotta trust that the way you respect me in my presence is the way you would respect me when I'm gone. If women, when they're with you, know too much of your past, they're always afraid that you're that nigga when I'm not around.
If it's negative, yeah.
So sometimes we think we being I was a pimp, I did my thing. You saying all that shit. All she hearing is you are a fucking pimp when I'm not around. Like if I'm not here to hold your fucking leash and control your eyes and smack you in the back of the head when you say and do shit, you are that pimp when I'm not around. And anytime you give me the ability to assume that that's what you're doing, by the DMs and all. See, I grew up in a different era. I still look at social media as inter-fucking-tainment. That's all it is. It's bullshit. I don't. If I like something, nigga, it's not. Oh, I'm in love with this bitch now. Like that's not what. It's not. But people have over time made social media as strong as communication as you and I are having right now.
Nah, that
like it's law now. Like you post something, you put something out there. It is this what you feel. Like,
but it's just like how they got with Trump, right? Yeah. Like now, Trump's tweets are official White House communication. But that's just like how
they're putting too much weight on it. They put too much weight.
That's just how it is with us or whoever. Now everybody takes whatever you putting on social media. It's like
as your
real
life.
Like this is your official shit. It's just like the rule, right?
Yeah, like
picture videos or it didn't happen, right? People literally don't believe nothing unless it's social media.
Posted it.
Yeah, unless you post it. But hold on. So since you the love doctor, right?
Damn.
We gonna classify as the love doctor. So hold on. So you brought up the fact that people can't get past. Oh damn, I forgot the question. So you just made a point about the woman responding immaturely to something about your past, right? When you being open with them about your past or whatever it is. So how do you combat that? Like, what's your smooth line like you gave us earlier? Like, what's your smooth way to address, all right, look, this is my past, I'm gonna be open with you, and if something in this offends you or makes you feel uncomfortable,
you have to learn how to communicate and you're naked and afraid. Listen, I'm about to be naked.
So you put that on the naked and afraid
Absolutely,
too?
because I'm gonna say here and say, listen, real talk, yeah, I did. I was in the military. I did my thing. You know, I traveled. I had a good time, and I'm sure you have at some point too. But that's not the cat I am today, right? I have the ability, right, to manage and control my urges, impulses, thoughts, all of that. Now, here's another thing: you got to be real. What type of man you are? Like me, I tell people straight up, look. Don't be I'm not gonna stare at no girl crossing the street, but bitch, if you saw her with the fat ass walk across the street, and we walking side by side,
clearly,
I obviously didn't see this big booty, right? Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, hey babe, look at that fat ass, right? Like I'm not. But what I'm saying to you is, be real with what kind of guy you are, because women can accept. Women are. They know. Right. They not stupid.
Of course.
But if you want to act like, oh, no, I don't be seeing that, then she gonna start holding you to that. Right. You start walking around going, I'm not, baby, you know, you the only girl I see. Okay, nigga, every time some bitch walk by, I'm gonna blind your ass because you said I'm it. But if you go, no, bitch, I saw her, but I'm just not gawking. It is what it is. I got you. I don't have no desire for it no more because I'm good with you. But I ain't not see it, because if I was standing out here with my brother and I saw that, I was like, God damn.
Right.
But I'm saying all this to say is be real and you're naked and afraid, and help her with that maturity. Listen, I'm not out here running the streets just because you can't get a hold of me. I'm not out here doing the things I say I may have done 10 years ago just because I ain't text you back in 10 minutes. I was driving. You know, you have to learn her love language, and maybe she needs the reassurance. Maybe she needs a pat on the back. You know, you do enough for me that I don't need to require any of that. But at the same time, I am still wired as a man. Like the wiring didn't change in me because I got with you. That's the biggest thing I told my brother. That it's amazing. If you look at history, the only reason men look like they've changed since caveman age is because our society's required it. Women require us to change. But we are still the same Neanderthal, clubby over the head ass Nick. Like we are. Like porn industry wouldn't be what it is if we weren't like that as men. We just know that it's not acceptable. Like all that stuff you hear Trump talking about, grab her in the pussy and all that. Nigga, Men didn't really trip off of that. We know
knew that's what
we- now.
how we talked.
We knew he was that fuck boy anyway. We knew it's just he got caught saying it, and everybody's up in the world. Listen, if you catch 3 niggas in a room chatting real talk bullshit about their past or how they handle things or what they do or the way they really think, it would disgust women.
And
You
the
put
thing is,
one woman in the room and all of us get real polished. It's just like how we have to manage our blackness as men. We got we gotta manage how black we are, where we are all the time. We gotta manage how much of a Neanderthal nigga we are around women. When women walk past, it's not one dude that don't want to smack her on the ass and be like, "Hey babe, what's good?" Every last one of us do it. Some of us want to say something. Some of us do. But then there's enough of us who've polished ourselves to say, all right, I've done enough smacking the girls on the ass. I've done enough of this. Like, there's no value in that. Matter of fact, I now have a daughter. That changed how I look at this shit. I now have kids, or I now have some experience over a period of time. We mature. And what I'm saying to you is you have to help that woman understand, listen, don't take the man part of me out and make me lie around you, because women can say things to make us start lying. Okay, you bet not look. Okay, well then I gotta lie. That's what you're telling. You literally telling him you better lie to me every time a bitch walk by with a fat ass.
you want me to look?
You better stand there and sweat bullets and lie to me. Did you see her? No, bitch, I did not see the young lady with the fat ass in a banana dress with her wedgie that she just put. I ain't see none of that.
I did not see the ass clapping in a sundress.
I ain't just see her drop her candy bar and bend all that ass over. And nope, I ain't see none of that. I'm looking at this whole wheat bread we just bought, boo. I ain't looking at none. What I'm saying to you is you have to find, and I'm coming down to one, it's communication. We say the word, but most of us feel like we'll lose our man card if we really communicated like we're supposed to, because we have emotions. We taught not to be emotional, but we got them. We got just. But we use them. We use them very sparingly. But I'm saying all this is, yes, that comes under the category of being naked and afraid. But you have to educate your girl. If you don't educate, this is what we talking about. When you talking about getting to know her, and this is what getting to know somebody really is. How you gonna operate? Because if you don't set these tones, it's hard to do this shit when it's a subject that y'all are angry with each other about, and you're emotional, you arguing. You don't want to be trying to teach in that moment. If you taught her down the line, hey, listen, yes, I do this, I do that, I do. When those subjects come up, you can get through them because she knows who you are when it comes to that core. Because you said it to her at a time where it was at peace. The things you say in peace, can help you in war, right? So men, we don't talk until there's war. So then we get held accountable to all the shit we said in anger. If you say this shit in peace, babe, this is who I am.
Peacetime talks.
This peacetime conversation. Let me turn the game off at halftime. We have a peaceful conversation with you. Let me educate you on some shit. I like the game. I love the game. I need to watch it from 2 to 4. I need to get this is my king moment. It's the only time I want you fucking with me. That was also my book. King moment.
What's the other one?
We're having king moments.
Okay.
King moments and queen moments. You got to have your moments where you have your solitude. Okay. See, women treat relationships as
it's a hostile takeover.
If he don't want to be around me, there's something wrong.
Right.
Like, why he don't want to sit up under me? Like, I'm his girl.
Right.
Why he don't want to be with me? Because there's a time where every man, and we all have it, where we sit.
And I think women
have them too. No.
Women have them, and it says there's a song called what is it called? The song called Just One of Those Days.
Right. Well,
that's from '94. They was talking about I need a moment about. It's not about you. I just need a moment.
Hold on. I think this one of those days was.
It's a song. I don't know if it's Monica. I don't know who sings.
Nah, but I think that was about a period.
That's the same difference.
Just one of those days where I want to be alone. This is the first line in the damn song. All I'm saying is...
Was that the period song?
Yeah,
somebody else?
I don't know. Listen, y'all niggas on a whole nother shit right I don't know. Talking about periods and shit.
No, it was one of them songs.
Yeah, all I'm saying is you need a moment. Men, we all have it where we sit and a girl asks, what you doing? And we really say, nothing. That we ain't doing shit. We don't want to do shit. We don't want to think about shit. We ain't doing. And women are such complex creatures, they can't understand nothing. But when they're in their moment where they don't want to be touched, they don't want to be this, that's their same queen moment. They need a moment. Babe, this ain't got shit to do with you. This ain't. As a matter of fact, this is exactly about this is about me. I just need to watch whatever my king moment is watching the game. Your man likes to go outside and wash the car. Women look at those things as moments that we're trying to get away from you or our lives. No, it's king moments to keep us balanced. It's like what women think vacations are is what we take pit stops every day, or we take a king. Oh, man, I've been grinding for 2 weeks straight. I need a king moment. I need to go grab a beer. I need to go wash my car. I need to sit and watch a game. That's our king moment. I just need to sit on my fucking throne as the king and make no fucking decisions today. I just need to just look back at my kingdom. I just need all my kingdom fucked up, and I need to sit back and look at this fucking chaos and start straightening this shit up. I need king moments to be able to live in my kingdom. And it has nothing to do with whether the queen is there or not. I don't need to hear from the queen.
Right.
I don't need no consultations today.
Right.
I need the curtains closed. I need to shut the fuck up. I need quiet. This ain't got nothing to do with you.
I don't think they process that at all, though.
What they do is they say that king moment means he needs to get away from me.
Me, right.
Babe, it ain't got shit to do
Because their ass is be
with
selfish.
you.
You be like, girl,
Now,
the whole world ain't about you.
And what we do is we lash out or we create king moments by pissing her off, right? So every time when you riding and he say something just to piss you off to get you to be quiet, that he don't want to argue, but guess what? You shut the fuck up. You quiet. You ride in the car mad, and he happy. And you sitting over there mad as a woman, even more mad because he happy that you pissed, and you don't understand why. Because he sabotaged getting his king moment. He pissed you off on purpose. You know what?
I don't think I've ever done that in my life.
You don't know that you
That's
have,
funny.
but you may have had an attitude for no fucking reason. She didn't really do nothing, and you just be like, man, I don't want to do that shit. Like,
Actually, I have done that.
and
I just be like, yo, I don't want to be around this junk right now.
Just yo, like, come on. And then she takes
like,
offense to it.
Stay at your own house. goddamn.
And you say that, she like, what? Stay what? Like,
Yeah.
And you just like, yo, I'm just chilling. And she like, all right, and she get mad, and really deep down inside, you're like, oh no, I know I had to piss you off to get this moment, but I really don't give a fuck right now. Like, I will fix that later. Right now, I just want to sit and I want to listen to my tunes, or I want to play on my, like, whatever it is that gets you calm. You just want to do that because dealing with people and things winds you up. And you got to unwind. And so I'm saying all this to say is maturity is at so many different levels. A mature woman will look and can know when their man needs that king moment. Mm-hmm. By the way he acting, babe, you need to go smoke a joint. I don't know what the fuck it is you do, but nigga, bye. Right? Or some woman will give you a king moment and you don't even know that's what she just did. She'll get up and go have her queen moment. I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm going to go get my hair done. Nigga, you just don't worry about the yard today. Don't just look. I'm put you some food and whatever it is. Right. Nigga, chill because you need a break and I need a fucking break. Like, I'm gonna go hang out with the girls for a little. And I'm gonna tell you something. When we start getting king moments and she start recognizing that, and you just get them randomly or you need them, you'll need less and less king moments only because you know you can get them when you need them, right? But when you gotta force to get them, you take them all the fucking time because you don't never know when you're gonna get another one, right? But when it's given to you or she helps you get them, you don't even need them as much, right? And then what starts to happen is you start getting too much fucking time on your hands because then she starts thinking you need king moments when you really don't. Now you sit at the house like, where this bitch at? Right? Goddamn.
You done sabotaged yourself.
Goddamn. I done sabotaged. I done got so much time by myself. I don't know what the fuck to do with it, right? I'm in the house looking for shit to do because, damn, you know what? I could go ahead and fix that shit I said I was going to fix like 2 weeks ago. But she's giving you your time. All I'm saying is to stop making everything so personal. You are individuals before you get together. Some of the shit you're attracted to is what the individual was doing on their own. You like that you didn't have to do everything with her. That's her thing. My mom and dad, man, one of the things I love watching about them is to this day, they are both now retired and they're home but they still have their own independence. Man, I remember to this day, I was like 13 and 14 years old when I came home. Now, of course, it's a different era. Come home and I said, Mom, where dad at? She say, I don't know. Now, let's just stop right there. How many relationships today do you think you could ask a woman and she answers she don't know and really answer in a way like, I don't know where he at. Don't give a fuck.
Don't know,
don't care. He ain't here. That's all I know. I said, wait a minute, Mom, you don't know where dad is? Her next response blasted me out of the water. I think he might have went to the casino in Jersey. I think he may have went out of town. Wait the fuck a minute. Wait a minute. Not only do you not know where dad is, but you don't even think this nigga's in the state.
In the whole state.
Like, this nigga just went up and went to the he just went to Jersey for no reason. Like, and to come to find out, this nigga had some hotel stay free shit that he gets every once in a while. You know,
Right.
a little, come stay with us for a
Anniversary
weekend. Yeah, like,
joint.
come stay with us for a weekend and hang out.
Yeah.
He just left work and went to Jersey. Ain't tell nobody shit. Now he called and said, "Hey, I went to the casino. I'll be back in the morning." Mom's like, "Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I might not be here when you get here in the morning because I'm going to Baltimore to go shopping."
Yeah, I'm going to do
She
whatever.
said, but what I was learning is what I told you earlier. I've learned to trust the person to be who they are, whether I'm around or not. If I can't do that, you start to eat at the individuality of the other person.
Yeah.
And now they changing who they are, who you fell in love with, to be with you. And now you're not getting the same person because they're now losing a piece of who they are because they're now identifying themselves with you. Right? My mom and dad are they're individuals, and then they got their shit together. They go to the pool together every morning. Every morning they get up in the morning like clockwork, like eating breakfast. These two motherfuckers go to the pool. Now, before my dad retired, my mom was going by herself. Dad retired. Now they both get up in the morning and they go work out and they go to the pool. That's their thing together. They come home. But then dad go his way, mom go her way. And then in the evening, they come back. Now, they ain't gone long because they're old as shit and they need rest. But
They need a nap like shit.
they might come home. Right. Right.
The
That
nap
nigga
king.
is the nap king. So he'll come and he might put his bike on his truck and disappear. She may go wherever, go to play car. They play cards together.
Yeah.
They got their together shit
Right.
and they got their individual shit. And when I say the king of nap, like this nigga could be in the middle of a cookout and you be, where the fuck is dad? Probably taking a nap. And then he show up like he been there the whole time. He don't cook, he
Where the
don't clean,
party
he been sleep. He show up when niggas is arriving. Hey, how you doing? Make his jokes and shit. And then where the fuck dad go? Like 2 or 3 hours gone. Where the fuck is dad?
That's
Niggas
funny.
start packing food and all of a sudden he's showing up. Hey, how you doing?
Had a good time? Y'all had a good time?
Yeah,
Everybody had a good time?
Hey, I hope to see you next time.
Hey,
See you next time.
anytime,
We done
anytime.
seen you for 20 minutes the entire 6 hours we've been here. But all I'm saying to you is everybody needs their king and queen moments. You need your
Right,
moments,
right.
but you need to be able to communicate effectively. You know what I mean? So
What I've encountered when it comes to maturity, it is a maturity thing, but it's also, I say, in certain situations when it comes to women can be the most intelligent dummies I've ever met in my life. Hear me
What
out.
you mean by that?
Hear
Go
me
ahead.
out.
Expand on that.
I say shit, but I know it's gonna piss somebody off. I say that in the sense that
Now, we got the
2
complete
degrees,
counterbalance to you right here.
2 degrees, well-paying job, $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 a year. But when their emotions get involved, they don't think correctly. Their logic goes out of the window.
you can't think.
Logically thinking, you cannot. There's nothing going. And I'm a logical thinker. I'm thinking, well, if that shit don't make sense, why the fuck am I doing it? When it comes to them, I'm doing this shit no matter if it made sense or not. This is how I feel. Fuck you.
Emotional decision.
It's an emotional decision, and you making
life-changing,
life-changing decisions
life-altering.
life-altering decisions off of temporary
Temporary
feelings.
emotions,
And it's
right.
like, what the fuck? Why are you doing that?
I always say the
I
same
hate
thing.
that shit. That's annoying to me.
All right, so, but the statements made by him are not mine. I'm just gotta put that out there
Right,
because here's my belief on that. I think that women are more complex thinkers than we are, which makes the shit they say and do so much more illogical sometimes to us. But we are more of a box of rocks than they are, to be real. And I have this theory in my book, or our book that my friend and I are putting together, and this is pretty much men are like that first 8 box of crayons that you get in school. It's gonna crack you the fuck up. And this girl has been using this analogy forever. If you watch kids, if you watch young kids and watch how we are as adults, you'll realize this shit ain't too far off from what I'm saying. That first box of crayons you get in kindergarten, first grade, and preschool, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that 8 box, we as men have learned to balance and manage everything simply from that 8 box. We can color anything with that 8 box. We can solve everything with those basic tools. Women, however, start to get more eclectic. They become 64, 128, 264. They become so where we look at shit as brown, they can look at light brown. We don't fucking need light brown. We just color a little lighter. That's who we are.
We just
Right?
don't press as hard.
Blue, right? Blue. We got blue. Well, what about aqua? What about navy blue? No, bitch. Just lighten up the. We don't need all of it. It's still blue to us.
Right.
To them, one subject is much more complex than just the black and white color we see when we see it. We don't. Now there are moments where we gonna be four crayons because we just really don't want to think. And then sometimes we really sounds like some smart motherfuckers because that's our shit. Like this podcasting or the communication industry you two do well, that's y'all shit. Y'all niggas can sound like 128 box of crayons when y'all talk about that shit.
I like this analogy.
Right? But you get into some other shit that y'all don't really know about. Like
Right.
I don't know what shit y'all don't really rock with. Maybe a mechanical shit. Like maybe somebody said lift the hood of a car and said, what kind of, you might be looking at that shit and be like, look nigga, I see the engine. And I know what an engine does, but I didn't know that was a 450, nigga. I don't fucking know what that is. Like, that's not your shit. You might sound like a fucking 2 crayons from Applebee's at that day because that's not your shit. But in your shit, oh man, we can talk. Women try to be eclectic in everything they do. They may not master all of it, but they can think eclectically enough to sound more than an 8 box of crayons and everything they do. So when they talking to you and they want you to be the light blue crayon and you just being blue, that's pissing them the fuck off because they don't understand why you can't see the shade of the eclecticness in a conversation when you just like, no, bitch, it's either this or that. Like it don't make sense. Like why would you do all of that? It's blue, bitch. What you want me to do? And she's like, no, you don't see the aqua, you don't see the teal in it, you don't see. No, bitch, I see blue. So when you have conversations where someone's trying to be so much more in depth of the conversation, so much more mastery of what's going on, when you just want to get the solution, because see, remember again, we fear conversation, so we know the longer we talk, the more opportunity we have to say some fucked up shit, right? So if we shorten this to the 8 box of crayons to keep it simple, you know, that's what we learned in the military. Kids, keep it simple, stupid. Like, just keep it simple. Like, this just nothing got to be all the formulas you coming up with to get aqua. Just give me blue. We good.
Right.
And that's the biggest difference in communication is how lavish women think a conversation needs to be and how basic it is to us. So we simplify things, and most of the time we find ourselves doing this in conversations. We are not really trying to solve the conversation. We're trying to simplify what the fuck she's saying. Because you notice all we go, so what you saying is, right? All we're doing at that point in time is like, look, but you way up here right now, and that's unnecessary. I need you to come down to here to simplify what the fuck you're saying because that didn't make sense to me.
That's like when they write the 5 pages and they go, they write the 5-page text and we go back. What you mean?
Right. Like, you ever heard a woman say, I sent you 5 texts and all you said was okay? That pisses a bitch off. I done sent you blue, aqua, teal, and you came back with red. Nigga, you didn't say nothing. You just, okay.
And they don't like.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I can understand that.
You got to explain. You be like, yo, I don't got nothing else to say. Like, you already said it all.
But right, you said it all. You said that's how you feel. You know, we keep shit and that pisses somebody off who's expressing themselves from them. And that's another thing. You guys are absolutely right. It is the worst. You cannot make a logical decision in an emotional place. And I will challenge any man or woman that when you have a discussion or you get ready to text if you can write a text and read it and look at the shit that's emotion and remove it, you'll realize how much more simply you can communicate. If you see the words I feel or I think, or when you do all of that and you communicate, you ever notice in court that they don't want to hear nothing about your feelings? Right. It's stick to the facts. It's yes or no question. Like, even though just saying yes or no can incriminate you, because it's really more complex than the yes or the no. Gray areas. Law is designed to be based off of the facts.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
We don't want how you feel or how you interpreted the situation. Was the gun there or not?
Right.
Yeah, but no. That's all we need to know. The gun was there. We don't want to know that it fell out your fucking pocket or it was sitting on the car door, and when you open the car door, it fell off. That's how it got there. There was a gun there. We're gonna use that, right? So if you write something, text, communicate, any communication, if you look back at it and say, where's the emotion and where are the facts? I have fucked so many people up with that when they want to tell. Oh, I need you to help me tell my boyfriend this, that, and the third. Okay, well, write out what you want to say. And when I send it back to them, it's like 3 sentences of what they said. And they go, what the fuck is this? Out of everything you said, these are the 3 facts that you put in the goddamn communication. Everything else is how you feel and is manipulating his response. If you want facts and response, don't come to me with emotion and then expect me to respond in fact. I'm gonna give you what you give me.
Right.
So now we're having an emotional conversation, but we want factual shit to come out of it.
Right.
That's crazy. Right? But if you come to me and you hit me with all the emotion, I'm saying, okay, I understand, I get it. So the fact is this, right? And the fact is that. But yeah, you're missing it, but that's just how you feel. And we'll talk about how you feel later. But for me to fix this, I need to know the facts.
Right.
Are these the facts you coming with? All right.
This
so
is what
now,
you wanna
this is
address?
just what you want to address. These
Right.
the facts, right?
Right.
Yeah, but no. That's how you feel. I don't want to talk about that. Right? Let's talk about the fact. And then they start looking at you like, damn, I'm really coming at him with full of just emotional shit. But the fact, if I look at the facts, I'm really bitching over nothing because the fact is he had to go to work. The fact is he had to do this. The fact is I'm now expecting him to make decisions to solve my emotion, but factually he wouldn't have been able to do. And factually, it just didn't make sense. And that's where the 8 box. I'm saying you can color still. I'm not saying you can't color with your girl. I'm just saying your crayon box and her crayon box, you're going to have to figure out how to match it up. Have you ever seen when you walk into a classroom, all the kids use the same colors, but them fucking pictures look completely different. Even though they pulled the same page out of the same coloring book and colored the same thing, you got 50 different looking freaking crayon colors. Some people stayed in lines, some didn't, some colored harder, some got real creative with their blues, and but all of them is a picture of Ronald McDonald, right? But they all look different, and I'm saying communication is the same. You're using the same tools and colors. Some have less crayons than others, but at the same time, you can get the same picture if you take the time to figure out how to communicate and deal with the facts. Fuck emotion. Emotion will fuck you up every time. Now, you can address emotion later, but you got to deal with the facts first.
I like that. So look, all right, so we're gonna wrap it up on that. And then but we never talked about, we didn't get no intros, no nothing. Cause you talking about your book, the military, all this stuff. So we go for the listeners. I probably cut this up and put this at the beginning so they know who the hell they listening to. But maybe I'll just leave it right here. But introduce yourselves and give a little background, because you done dropped a whole bunch of
Good shit.
whole bunch of stuff, and you talked about your book coming out. So we'll definitely promo that, jump, size it up, social media, all that stuff. So hit it.
All right, so my name is Brande Dowdy. I originally from the Maryland area, moved to California, trying to get my life together in TV film production, having a lot of progress. I met with a lot of different people, Tom Arnold, a couple of other big names, like, I don't even remember.
So hold on real quick. So Brandon and I know each other because he was working on the video and audio production on the previous online radio show that we did called Capital Conversations.
Yeah.
With our homie Rob Anthony, who's actually running he ran for Education Board of PG County.
Yeah. He's doing big things. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
And he got a good little platform and stuff like that. But that's how Brandon and I know each other, because he was doing the audio, video editing, and all those good things. And losing us listeners on that show as well with all his crazy antics, with all the chicks on there, because he used to come in there and him and Lady T and
what's the name? B-Dot.
Yeah, B-Dot would be fighting about everything. Because he would come in with the whole like completely opposite. Because clearly me and him are like a little bit on the opposite of the emo stuff. You're like, you on it. Like, we need to be hanging out with this dude every day.
But I do love the way he thinks, because he gives me an opinion on things that I don't always have. So when I do say these wild, outlandish things, I'll run it by him to see where he stands on it first, and see where if I need to evaluate what I say.
And so to introduce myself to everybody who the he is, my name is Brian Jackson, and I'm Brandon's older brother. I got him by about 9.5 years. So some of this stuff is experience, and some of this stuff I actually had an opportunity with a friend of mine to start exploring, right? So her and I got into this thing where we were trying to figure out how we can communicate. We both went to high school together, but she was 2 years older than I was,
Okay.
right? And we really didn't rock because what senior talks to a sophomore, right? We didn't really know each other like that, right?
Right.
But through social media, through Facebook, we're connected and those kind of things, and we've been chatting. But we came into it with the word no expectations, right? Truly, you know how people say, "Oh, we just gonna get to know each other." Now we're just like, "Nah, we're gonna really try to see what that looks like," right? So what does that look like when you can talk to somebody with no expectations, right?
Right.
And so out of that, we were talking about so many things, and being able to get all of the stuff that you heard today off my head to someone who really gives a shit about listening because of their experiences in their past. They wanted to understand them, right, from the mind of a man, which is the name of my book.
Okay.
The mind of a man.
Mind
with the
of a
insight.
Man.
Now, but that's how it started, but then it became her and I have been able to start to tennis match some of these conversations, so it became a mind of a man with the inserts of a woman, right? Because now she can now give her the perspective of that same conversation of what a woman's feeling like when mind of a man is going through that. So when I'm saying I need my king moments, she was explaining, when you need your king moments, it was feeling like you had something to do with me, right? So now she's able, in her maturity, to see her actions in her past had nothing to do with her. It had something to do with the man needing his moment, and she would explain what a woman's going through when a man is dealing with what he's dealing with in his mind. So that's where the book comes from. Her and I are building together. We really took notes on our entire friendship and relationship up until this point.
So y'all started this though. So hold on. So y'all started it as you were writing your book.
Well, no. Listen, the
I'm
book,
sorry,
conversation came out of the friendship.
The no expectations.
Yeah, so we
and
started
so y'all
saying-
started this is what, like a platonic friendship?
It was. I
Or
met her on
whatever. It's
Facebook.
whatever.
We met on Facebook literally, and it was because she was going through what we call a transformation. And what I mean by that is, she lost weight, right? She lost quite a bit of weight. Now she's preparing for a competition, so when she was going through that, I just kind of commented on, hey, good progress, from here to there, and we just started chatting, instant message, and I started throwing out questions, and it just got to a point she's like, well, we exchanged numbers and we talked, and from that, we understood where we both were in life, right? That we would, sometimes you say where you are in life, but then when you start feeling somebody, you feel like the things you're supposed to do is be with somebody. And we were just like, no, we're just going to be real with where we are. We're going to be friends. We're going to communicate. We're going to talk. But we're going to also, and I said, you know what, to do this, I'm probably going to be throwing my man card out here, throwing it in the trash to be teaching you and telling you shit that you ain't supposed to be knowing.
Behind the scenes.
Right, but she really wanted, because, she had been through some things, in relationships and her families and a lot of things she was going through. So she wanted to understand when she went through this, what was a man really thinking? And so I was giving her all of this perspective, and she literally started taking notes. She really started writing the shit I was saying down. I was like, damn, somebody really in tune with the hell I got to say? And she's like, no, we need to make a book about this because all of the things we're experiencing and all the things we're talking about, if you could put it out there to a woman who's getting ready to get married, a woman who's going through these kind of situations, a woman who's gone through what, and she can understand herself, he can understand that, and they can set up the roadmap and the tools to successfully navigate problems, situations. Like that's what Naked and Afraid is. It's a tool to be able to navigate through.
I think that's a good.
It's being able to like if you can't sit down with the one motherfucker you roll with and talk to them, like why I gotta go to my boys and tell them what's going on? Why she gotta go to her girl? Like, and the issue is because we don't know how to talk to each other. That's the only reason we can't do that.
True.
If you look at old school always told you what happened in my house, stay in my damn house. And it's because they could sit down with their woman and say, look, babe, damn it.
Right.
This is what it is.
Right.
This is how I roll. And she could say, well, this is what you do. When you do this is how I feel. This is what's happening. They could do that in their household. That conversation didn't make it down to Auntie house.
Right.
That conversation didn't make it to the Johnsons down the street.
Right.
That happened at home. It's not, we ain't recreating no wheel, but we are trying to help people navigate those things, and that's where it came from. So I'm Brian Jackson. I'm his brother. I will, I appreciate you having me.
Oh, follow me on Instagram, brand new 3D. Yeah, holler me. All right, cool.
Hold on. Brand new 3D out there in LA.
Yeah.
Doing production.
Yeah.
Is it TV, movie? What?
I'm trying to get into TV or film at this point. I'm actually about to do editing. So editing is something I don't have to have at 100% like skill doing it. I can learn as I go in certain situations. When it comes to being like a cameraman or a director, you got to have someone to work with and a project, and it's just so much. When it comes to editing, you just need something that someone's already shot.
Somebody need to do, yeah.
They've already got a shot, so I got to get it done. So I'm doing, and anyone who's interested in getting into that and are in the LA area or in this DC area that's going to LA, I do have a couple of things that I've learned over the past year when it comes to who to talk to, who to get in touch with, what programs to get in touch with. I'm actually in a program that's for LA residents right now. That's a free program for LA residents. And if you're trying to get into film and production, they help you get into the unions.
Oh yeah,
And I'm in that
and
program.
that's major. And
that's
the unions,
big.
are the unions still the deal? Like, is that still
unions there is big
is on
money
lock.
because when it comes to being outside a union, you get paid what $125 for a day. Union, you $300, $400, $500 a day, easy. But it depends on what your job is, and the program walks you through. It actually gives you an experience to all of the jobs on set between lighting, camera, editing, anything you could think of in film, other than like maybe makeup and hair. Yeah. That's like cosmetology stuff, so that's different.
Right.
But the program helps you, walks you through, gives you an experience with all those different jobs, and then gives you an opportunity to choose one and say, all right, this is what you're gonna go do, and this is the union we're gonna get you into.
Okay.
And it's really helpful. It really is, and that's I've learned so much being out there, just being doing background extra stuff. I've been a background extra in like TV shows like Black Cold Black, which is on CBS. Scorpion. I was a hand model for one of the TV shows. Scorpion.
A hand model.
Yeah, so yeah, I was actually.
Let
it
me
was
see
like
your hand. Let me see.
I just.
They put makeup on your hand?
It was a nigga thing. So it's one of those situations where I matched my hand tones matched the guy who was in the show. So they had me holding a phone. I was literally there for 10 minutes.
Oh, that's
so I went
cool
in and they had me shoot. I was in a limo and they had me shoot. They had me shoot my hand of a picture of the dog that was missing or some crazy shit like that. And I was there for 10 minutes and I got paid for 8 hours.
You were a handstand.
I handstand in for a
That's
TV
crazy.
show Scorpion.
They paid somebody to use their hand.
Let me get your hands real quick.
Right, and they to get the job, I had to take a picture of my hands, which is the hardest shit to do when you have to take pictures of your hands together.
Yeah.
That's a whole other problem. But so I had to hold the phone in my mouth and take the picture of my hand. It was hard as shit. But once I got in, I was there for 10 minutes, and all I had to do was hold the phone in the position they want me to hold the phone in. 10 minutes in and out. I got paid 8 hours.
Wow.
It was cool. It was
That's
good money.
funny.
It was fun.
Hold on. So get them your Instagram one more time.
Yeah, so my Instagram is brand new 3D. If you're interested, just I have it private right now, but if you're interested in getting to follow me, just follow me and we'll figure it out from there. DM me and we'll have a conversation.
Yeah, well, we got to get you on the remote jump like we were talking about before.
For sure.
And we can talk more about the actual industry stuff too.
Yeah, I have just a lot of stuff because I did like a whole figuring out how to get on set without being on set, and it's really about who you know, not what you know, because they can teach you what you need to know.
Exactly. So, that's just like having a security clearance in DC. You don't need to know shit. Just get the
right.
clearance.
Just get the security clearance. They'll train you with everything. That's one thing I hate about jobs. You don't have enough experience, but aren't you going to teach me how to do the job I'm applying for?
I can't get the experience if I can't get the experience.
Right. Catch-22. I had that for 3 or 4 years, but it is.
Oh, so Brian, what is your social media and everything? Because you got the book coming out, Brian Jackson.
Man.
What's your social media? You got any social media or website or something like that? So we can find it, or I'll tag it.
No website. Okay. But my Instagram, I gotta look it up myself. I don't be really on there like that.
Brande, get your brother's social media presence under control, man.
How do I listen? They just say you right.
He having the old man moment right now. He got the old man game, but he don't got the. Well, at least we know he ain't pulling the Jones Instagram.
Yeah, that's what it is. Big Jack, BIGJACK SPADE. Brian Jackson, Big Jack Spade is my Instagram.
Oh, Big Jack Spade, okay.
Yeah, that's an old nickname.
Nah, that's fine.
I was a spades player back in the day and slapped some guys.
Yeah. Hey, so if you don't know how to play spades, you ain't black. That's how I feel about it.
Well, this nigga here.
I know how to play.
You don't know how to play spades?
I don't know how to play. I'm not good at it.
For a longest, this nigga, I don't know how he was even a part of our family for years. Being in there and not knowing how to play no spades.
Literally sitting at the table for days.
Yes, man.
Watching. I wasn't learning. I wasn't listening.
But this is something we've been, her and I've been working on for the last year. We wanted to make sure that before we brought out a product, right now we're going to start putting it together this summer.
Okay.
She's been concentrating on a lot of other things, and so I haven't been bugging her about it. But we're going to get it pushed because there's so many other things that are happening around her and I, that if this book was out or was there, would be a great opportunity or support of those other things, and or be an opportunity to kind of get it out there. So, you know, it's almost like this thing is getting to a point where people are waiting on us. So
Yeah,
that's a good feeling.
It's
a good feeling.
A lot of good
but
information.
it's, you know, you really want to put stuff down. So, you know, you don't want to do it wrong, especially when it's your first time. You know, some people are expecting to hear, because, you know, it's not the first time I've said these things. So people are like, man, where the hell is this coming from? So now it's like, yeah, I need to put it on paper. So yeah, that'll be coming to a bookstore near you hopefully soon. It'd be nice to, you know, be sitting on somebody's couch. Oprah, you know, shout out, but you know,
shout out to Oprah. Get on
Oprah's book club.
Get on that OWN TV, dog.
Right.
You get on one. What do they call that? Super Soul Sunday.
Super Soul. Yeah, she has a nice podcast. I listen to her podcast.
Yeah, she got some.
She get too deep sometimes. I'll be like, all right, I gotta check out, because
she be having some good
I gotta
information.
be crying out here. I don't need that.
But yeah, man, we gonna wrap it up. I appreciate y'all coming, man. That joke was good. We freestyled the whole jump. We ain't know what the hell we gonna talk about. End up getting all the love language game from Big Jack Speed over here. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, all right, we out of here, man. Catch y'all on the next episode. All right, man. Hey, that was it, man. I appreciate y'all for listening. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that jump, man. That Crash the Episode Crash that podcast episode that y'all just heard, man. Thanks again for Brande Dowdy bringing his brother through, Mr. Brian Jackson. So hopefully we'll get that book soon, man. We're going to keep an eye out for it. And I'm going to make sure I follow up with that. We're going to bring him back on and talk about that, John. We're going to bring him back on to talk about a whole bunch of stuff, because we got a lot of things in common, him and I. You know what I'm talking about? We got a lot of synergies going on. So we're going to explore that. Appreciate y'all again. Once again, go on cousincornbread.com for all the episodes. You can listen to everything on there. Go to cornbreadscloset.com. Get you a t-shirt. Get your little t-shirt for the summer. Statement tees we got out there. Shout out to my homegirl who crashed the episode last time. mypsatees.com. Miss Gina, therapist Gina. She got a lot of stuff out there for y'all, so check her out too. And once again, I'm about to get up out of here, man. But remember, number 1, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Number 2, make a plan, or you'll always work for somebody that does. And number 3, don't drink and drive. You might spill some. Log out.